welcome to another session of this podcast, Firelanepodcast, with Moises and Brenda.
Hello.
How's everyone doing?
Who are you talking to?
Everybody.
Okay, well, comment how you're doing. Because I'm doing well.
Me too. You look good.
Thank you. You look great.
You're welcome. Thanks. Just made me blush a little bit.
Always.
So, I'm super excited because today is like a topic about one of my favorite things in the world.
Me.
Other than you.
Oh.
Okay, one of the things that I like to do a lot. Do you want to tell them or should I?
I wanted to say what I wanted to say.
You wanted to say what you wanted to say?
Yeah, because you said we're going to talk about one of the favorite things that... Never mind. This is rated PG-13 show, okay? So make sure.
Is it?
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay.
I'm just saying because sometimes we have our son and he's not 13.
I know. Continue.
Okay.
But it's rated PG-13-ish. Some episodes.
Yeah.
We do our best to make it family friendly.
I make it very family friendly. You, on the other hand, you just sometimes say stuff that...
Exactly. Like what I was about to say.
But you know what? Like, okay, this is not the topic, but there is cartoons that they say, like, you know, things that only adults understand.
Yeah.
But the kids have no idea. And then when you grow up, you're like, oh, like, I can't believe I watched that.
Yeah, and it turned out to be normal. Unless crazy is the new normal. And we're all just crazy. But we think it's normal.
Okay.
And then the crazy people are the actual normal ones.
Okay. You're being weird.
Am I? Or is that just me being normal?
Yeah.
And you're crazy?
Yeah, it's me. Everybody agrees it's me. I'm the crazy one.
So what are we going to talk about today, babe?
We're going to talk about Hallmark. Hallmark movies.
We're talking about?
Hallmark movies.
Ish.
And this is something that, like, he said in that last episode he wanted to talk about.
Yeah, if you guys saw our Joker review with our boy Nathan. Shout out to Nathan for coming over.
Yeah, thank you, Nathan.
But, yeah, we're going to talk about Hallmark, unfortunately. You
wanted to talk about it. Nobody's forcing you.
But...
Because every time,
But you went to Twitter and got like an army full of...
I didn't get an army. It was
of women to tell you why they like watching Hallmark movies.
See, but even like if other people didn't like it, knowing social media, they would have said something else. Like no, like they're ridiculous or... But there was nothing bad about Hallmark movies. Well, nobody told me anything bad about it.
I've been telling you so much stuff.
But that's you.
Okay, there's a certain... Well, first of all...
Don't... Okay,
let me
yes,
tell.
Hold on. Okay, slow it down first. Breathe, because this is going to get heated. We should turn on the air.
Yeah, I need a sip of water.
You're so dramatic. Should be in a Hallmark movie.
No, I should be in Casos de la Vida Real.
Okay.
Or Rosa de Guadalupe.
You don't speak Spanish well enough for that.
Chilango Spanish, you mean? Well, anyway, babe, what do you want to talk about first about Hallmark? This is basically a debate.
No, this is you just ranting about my movies.
Not all of them. Which ones? You know which ones.
No, at first, okay. Before this started, at first you were ranting about all of them. Until I started pointing out, hey, look at this movie. And you're like, well, that movie's okay.
Yeah. Because the ones that we watched were about what?
Okay, so let's just give them a little, like, backstory on this, okay?
Are you talking to the army of women that...
No, to everybody who listens to our podcast.
Oh, okay.
Jeez. Let's first give a little backstory. So, I love the fall. if you guys listen to that podcast
She
of
does love the fall.
of when we were asking each other questions, like fall is my favorite time of the year. I love like the Thanksgiving and going up to Christmas time. So during this time, since it's really cold and like, well, not here, but in a lot of places, I like to watch Hallmark movies. Just because of like the traditions.
Not just Hallmark. There's Lifetime. There's Freeform.
Yeah, but I started with Hallmark.
Yeah.
I started with Hallmark movies.
She even got a membership. That's how much.
No, so wait.
That's what she got for her birthday last year.
So I just like watching them because obviously here in El Paso it doesn't snow. And I like that kind of, holidays, like very cold, like snowy, or I don't know, very beautiful holidays. And in El Paso it's desert, so you don't get any of that. Like right now we're in November and outside it's not even cold. It was like really warm. So it's to the point, like I know I have a little addiction because during this time of year, like I wake up earlier just to be able to watch a movie before our little girl wakes up. And when everybody goes to sleep, like last night I was watching one.
She wakes up to watch Hallmark movies and she goes to sleep after watching a Hallmark movie.
So it's to the point that like last year I asked my sister-in-law to give me a couple of months of the Hallmark app to be able to watch the movies. And she did. Because it was really cheap. So, see, like, you can give me stuff and it's cheap. So, that's a little backstory. So, during this time...
why you will like Hallmark movies.
Why I like it. And during this time of year, like, sometimes I do watch it in the living room TV. So, there's times that he's sitting there and he's watching it. Well, not really watching it with me, but kind of like on his phone listening to what's going on in the background. And that's how he makes his little comments about like, you see? Look at this. Blah, blah, blah. But like, you're not even watching it. You're on your phone.
What do you mean? I am watching it.
So that's a little backstory right there.
Is that the full backstory? Tell them about all the movies that I commented on.
You talk about it.
I have no idea because I don't remember them. It's basically like my issue with certain Hallmark movies is the story. Mm-hmm. And you already know which ones I don't like.
Well,
it's the ones
talk
where
about them.
It's this girl who's with this guy, and it's like around the fall season, Christmas time, and they go to the girl's hometown, and she ends up stumbling upon. See, this is what we're doing video now. It's like this could be recorded. Stumbling upon her ex-boyfriend, true love,
or like childhood love, or
yeah. And through the course of the movie, she's like, "No, I don't want to." And the guy, she keeps stumbling upon her first love, and the guy that she's with is like in the scene together. She's more with the guy that is her ex-love than she is with the man that she's with.
Currently dating.
Yeah, in the movie.
Uh-huh.
In the movie. And then all of a sudden, with a few days that she's there, probably like a week or two, she's like, "Oh my God, I love this man. I don't know why I left him, blah, blah, blah." And it's supposed to be like a Christmas miracle when it's not.
What?
When it's not. It's not a Christmas miracle. Like the last movie we watched. This girl was like control freak and everything, and she was engaged to this great guy that we barely saw in the movie. We only saw him when he was key to the storyline. But she can't sleep because of how stressed she is. Like, listen to this, guys. This is what the story is. This is what the story is.
That's not a Hallmark movie, though.
What is it then? It's a Lifetime movie.
I think it was like on Freeform.
Oh.
I really don't know.
Well, all them platforms have the same type of movies.
Okay.
Hallmark has those small town like big city girl comes back to her hometown. It's a small town, and she comes back with her city boyfriend or city
But
husband.
you're talking about a different one, so
Yeah,
talk about that one.
This one is actually in the city, right?
Uh-huh.
It's in like New York or something. But this is one of them. I don't remember the rest of them, but because this is the most recent one that we watched together.
Okay.
So this girl is a control freak, right?
Mm-hmm.
And she's engaged to a doctor. And is it like October thing or November when the movie starts?
I think so.
And supposedly she was able to sleep before this. But now she can't. And then we get introduced to this other guy who also can't sleep. And you're like, what the heck does this guy have to do with anything? If this woman is engaged to this man, how is this going to get fixed? And all of a sudden, they're both out.
But why can't they sleep?
Huh? That's what I'm getting to.
Do you remember? Oh, okay.
Yeah, I remember too.
Okay, let's see.
And then all of a sudden, at 3 a.m., the girl is on a drive, and the guy's on a run, and the girl...
Because they can't sleep.
Yeah, because they can't sleep. At 3 a.m.
I can't sleep sometimes at that time either. I was up till 2 last night watching those movies.
Because you don't close your eyes and keep them closed.
I did. I was there for 2 hours with my eyes closed. You thought I was asleep the whole time.
Okay, anyway, back to the story. So this girl is driving out, the guy's running, and all of a sudden, because the guy's wearing headphones and the girl's wearing sunglasses at night, for some reason, she ends up running over him and takes him to the hospital. And by the way, this is like a month before her wedding, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, she's stressing, and her mother-in-law is putting stress on her because she wants everything perfect, blah, blah, blah. So this is a month before her wedding. She does this. She ends up running over the guy. She takes him to the hospital, and they're parking at the hospital. Like, they don't even go inside the hospital.
Why, though? I thought you remembered it.
Not all the movies.
See, if you're going to criticize a movie...
See, I like movies that make me feel something.
Okay, so, remember why she was so anxious to be able to go to sleep? Do you remember that?
Because she couldn't sleep.
But why did she want to sleep so bad?
I don't know.
Exactly.
She was more productive that way?
She was more productive. She had a full-time job. She needed to be focused. And she was stressing over a wedding. We just went through that too. We were maybe you could sleep, but I wasn't able to sleep a lot of the time. Okay. So she was stressing over this. And she went to drive around to see what would help her, relax and be able to go to sleep.
Okay, which is normal. A lot of people deal with that.
Yeah, and the guy went for a run.
Okay, because he was not able to go to sleep.
Okay, so once they got to the hospital, they were gonna get off, but there was a song on the radio that she really liked.
And they waited.
And that's when they fell asleep. That's why they didn't go inside. And that's when they discovered, we haven't been able to sleep.
Well, they didn't discover it, but they just found out, okay, well, I finally slept.
Yeah.
And yeah, they both went their separate ways. Like normal people
I didn't know
would.
we were going to talk about this one movie.
Yeah, because I'm getting to the how would I say this nicely?
To the scenarios you don't like.
I guess, yes. To the scenarios that don't make logical sense.
Okay.
To me. So they go both their separate ways. They go back to not being able to sleep. And the girl's thinking, wow, well, the only time I was able to sleep was with that guy. Maybe I should hit him up so I can go sleep with him. That way I can go to sleep.
But she didn't say it like that.
Yes, she did. She would ask him, would you want to sleep with me?
Yeah, but it was more of let's give it a try. Let's see if this works.
And it did.
And it did.
In the movie. And then the girl went sneaking about, sleeping around with some other guy. Literally sleeping. Not what you guys are thinking. Not the R-rated version. Like these movies are were they PG or TV 14 or something? I don't even know.
Yeah, I don't know. But they're not like rated.
They're not raunchy. Yeah, but she goes sleeping around with this guy behind the fiance's back just so she can go to sleep. And then through that course of them sleeping together and getting closer to her wedding, all of a sudden she starts feeling feelings for this guy. That's where my issue comes in. Because it's around Christmas, so they get married on Christmas, right? Or New Year's? When did they get married? Like,
I don't know.
What was there? I don't know. Amazing, I don't remember. You don't remember either. I think it was Christmas. Yeah, it was Christmas. Or New Year's.
I think it was after Christmas.
Anyway,
maybe
it was around.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it was New Year's. Yeah, I remember.
Yeah.
Because Christmas, that's when they were like, "Oh, I think I like you," blah blah blah.
Yeah.
But that's where my issue comes in, because these movies are around the holidays, and they involve the Christmas miracle.
Sorry.
Dang, she getting raunchy up in here. What are you doing?
Yeah, because I was really gonna say but the one that called off that wedding was the guy, the fiance.
She gave the guy gave her the choice. See, I related to the guy in the point where. What's that post? I'm sweating right now. I'm getting so heated right now. Why are you laughing?
It's just a movie.
I know it's a movie, but it's what people are watching and thinking like, oh, I wish I could have that, blah, blah.
No, okay, I think that's where you're wrong.
What?
I think that's where we're very different. Like, you put a lot of thought into this.
Yeah.
Right? Like, okay, I don't agree with some of the movies themselves either. Like, when stuff like that happens, yeah, I don't agree with it. I'm not saying they are all perfect Hallmark movies or Lifetime movies or whatever. They're not. Just like there's movies that you watch that I'm like, what the heck are you watching? Like, why are we watching this? Right?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
There is, I can tell you that some of the movies that you watch are 10 times worse than a Hallmark movie that you think is the worst.
Okay.
Is that not true?
I don't know. We should make a podcast out of that.
We are making a podcast out of So,
Your retaliation against me?
the Hallmark movies, yeah, some of them are not. Just the story of whatever you're saying, they have a fiance or whatever, and they fall for this other person. Or somebody who they'd been in love with before or whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
Right? But I don't think a lot of us women that do watch the Hallmark movies, we're not I don't know, I wish I'm gonna go back to my hometown and see if I.
Well, you don't know because you're not in that situation, babe.
Well, yeah, but
what if a woman who's struggling in her relationship is wanting to feel love, so she watches a Hallmark movie. She watches that type of scenario, and she's remembering her old love, and it's about Facebook, yo, what you doing?
But I think
WYD.
I think that any woman or man, regardless of what they watch, if they're gonna do it, they're gonna do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're gonna, cause let's say you go to a coffee shop and then you see two people are I don't know, somebody reminds you of somebody you dated, and you're like, whoa.
Whoa.
Remember, let me go to Facebook and see what they're up to. Anything can remind them of another person.
Okay.
Right? It's not just the Hallmark movies or Lifetime movies. Right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I'm saying. You put too much thought into
Well, yeah, I get invested when I watch movies.
Not all of them are about that.
I get invested when I watch movies.
Not all of them are about that. I like watching them. I like watching them because of the traditions that they bring, or some stories of. I like romance movies.
Yeah, I know.
So
know you
just
do.
to see like two people fall in love, like that's what makes me happy. I'm like, oh, that's so cute.
What if that one of those people is with someone else already? Because
But what if they weren't supposed to be
this is what you
together?
told me.
Then that's why there's like high divorce.
This is what you told me when we watched that movie. Do you remember what you told me?
What?
You told me that she was just not meant to, like, okay.
Yeah,
They
like they're
get
not
up to
meant
the
to be
wedding.
together.
This is where I get triggered. Cuz I put myself in that guy's shoes. The guy
But
that's
wouldn't it have been worse that she did marry him and then she wasn't happy with him?
Why would they not be happy? That's why you work on a marriage. Like this is
She was
where
in love with someone else.
oh my god. She was getting rage face right now. Okay.
Relax.
So why are you laughing? Stop. I'm shaking.
Why? Why are you gonna cry?
Why am I
It's
gonna
not
cry?
a big deal.
I'm not. You're crying. Look at you.
I'm
You're crying
laughing.
out. Exactly. Crying out of rage. Leave me alone. I'm not gonna cry. So they go up to the point where they're in the altar. Supposedly they forgot about each other. They were gonna work separately or something like that. Like she goes her way, he goes the guy that sleeps with her. So we're talking about the same movie right now, the one with the sleeping together. So she goes her way, he goes his way. They try to live apart, and they go all the way up to the altar. This is where it triggers me, because they go all the way to the altar, and then they get to the point where they're about. Like he says, "I do," and the girl falls asleep because she couldn't sleep. Right? So they wake her up, and that's when the guy gives her the choice, like, "Hey, you seem like you don't even want to be here. What's up?" And that's where she says no. Like, oh, I don't know. Like that's why are you laughing? Why are you gonna cry?
I'm not gonna cry. I'm listening.
Like that's where it triggers me. Like before she was fine with this man, she was able to sleep fine, and just because now she has to plan a wedding, she can no longer sleep because she's so stressed, which is normal for anyone. And then she finds a guy that she's able to sleep with magically because of Christmas miracle.
It wasn't a Christmas miracle. It was just around the Christmas time.
Because of some majestical reason, she's able to sleep together with him, but not apart for some reason. I have no idea why. But through the course of that movie, she gets feelings for that.
We already established that.
Yeah, that's why I'm getting. That's why I'm triggered. Like you don't see the logic behind that.
Baby,
like,
I'm not saying that I don't. I do, and I just told you
but
like
you
there
said
is
they were
some.
not meant to be together.
Well,
What if they were not meant to
well,
be
just
together?
because you keep
Like, what if that happened to us? That's where I put each other. Like, what if that happened to us? What if?
well,
Because you said you couldn't sleep. What if you could have slept with someone else just because you could have? I don't know.
but we
for
know
some
that
reason.
like okay, that's the difference between you and I. Those movies, like, it's not reality for me.
That's what I'm
It's
saying.
like
I
more
get
of a
invested.
fantasy, like a fantasy world of like stuff like maybe it does happen out there, but I know that like I know I'm in love with you, and I don't know, like that's the difference. Like you just put too much into it. Like why are you putting yourself in those shoes and we're not even in those shoes? Like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but I relate.
But why? Like when I went to go watch The Joker, I wasn't like putting myself in. I was just like, this movie's crazy. Like, why are we watching this?
I know.
When
We
we
don't relate.
watched that other movie that I really, really disliked was the
Why do you think I related to the movie?
I don't know,
What are we?
cause married,
We're married. What did we went through?
but not none of
Planning a
them are
wedding.
like. But we're past that
I
already.
know exactly, but I still go back to those times where we went through that. That's how you relate. You can't relate to something that you didn't go through.
But you start relating to like everything. Like there is not a movie that you don't put yourself in the situation for some reason.
What do you mean?
Yeah, like every movie that you watch, there's always someone that you relate to in the movie.
Yeah.
It's just a movie. Like you're watching Avengers and you're like relating to.
It's just a message that movie's sending, babe. Even though it's a movie, it's still sending a certain message.
Well, don't watch it.
You already know I only watch him. This is the positive part about this podcast. I watch him to spend time with you.
Okay, just like I watch movies I don't want to watch to spend time with you.
Yeah.
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 Exactly. Okay, I'm gonna read to you.
Hold on. This is the one movie that I related to the most. That is actually a Hallmark movie.
Mm-hmm.
That started this triggering part of Hallmark movies.
Mm-hmm.
Remember that? I don't even remember what the name was, but it was this couple. He was like a businessman, and I don't know what the heck she was. But they go back to her hometown. It's a small town. It just happens to be a small town. And like I mentioned, she falls in love with her ex-love or someone she had a crush on before. And they spend time in her hometown. They do have a troubled marriage. This is why I got triggered.
Which
for this
one?
I don't know which one it is, but I remember because they had a troubled marriage.
Uh-huh.
And she went off to, well, she didn't go off, but she started stumbling upon her ex-love, and the guy went about whatever he went about. That's the thing. Like, it only portrays the woman, not the guy side. That's what you women relate to it. But yeah, so at the end of the movie, the guy wants to work out the marriage, make it work, but the girl doesn't want to anymore because now she's having feelings again for the ex-love. And they're both married. Well, yeah, they're married to each other already.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's the part that triggers me. Like when you're married, you're supposed to work on your marriage, both sides. But because one person started feeling more love from one person instead of the one that married, like I just don't feel that's fair to the guy.
Okay. But there's a reason why you're remembering this movie and I'm not.
Why?
Because, like, when there's movies...
Because I put myself in the position.
Yeah. But when there's movies like that, I don't, like, leave it in my head. I'm not thinking about the story like, oh, like, I only remember the good things about the Hallmark movies. Like, there is stories like that I'm like, hey, like, heck no, like, why... Like, why are they doing a story like this? But then again, like, there's a bunch of movies out there where they're doing stories on stuff they're not supposed to or they shouldn't be sending out to the world, and you're still watching them. And I'm not like, hey, babe, like, what the heck? Why are you... See, because it's just a story. Like, you keep... We've said this before. Like, you keep whatever positive you want out of things. And you just leave the rest.
That's what I do with bad movies.
And there's a reason why I don't remember that movie. Probably because I was like the same way. I just didn't want to tell you.
Yeah, because your Hallmark movies are centered around who? Who? No te hagas. Who are they centered around?
But understand that I don't watch them for that. I watch them for the Christmas feelings that it gives.
I know.
For the traditions that it shows. For
te
like...
compro nutcracker. Te compro... I'm kidding.
Like, I watch them for that. I don't watch them for like...
I know, and the ones that I do enjoy that don't trigger me are like the one that we watched about the single father with a girl, and then the radio host and they fall in love. Like those are good. Or that girl that comes back to her hometown, but she's not engaged. She's single. Like there's no one.
Yeah.
that she goes back to.
Yeah, and that's the ones I like too. Like,
Yeah, those are the ones that don't
you're
trigger
just
me. Like
looking
I'm okay
at the ones that are bad. And
ones
those
with
are the ones that I don't
there's too much
remember.
cheating.
So I want to read to you because like your main focus is on the
The
bad
cheating part.
things.
The
Yes.
cheating part?
Yes.
You mean the unfaithfulness?
Yes.
The thing that should not be in a relationship at all?
Yes. So on my Twitter, I asked.
Your army of women.
I don't even know them.
The Amazonians.
But I'm so thankful that they did comment because they said things that I could have like it wouldn't have came out of my mouth or in my head.
Are you gonna say their tag names?
Yeah. Should I?
I don't know.
Well, I'm just gonna say their names or whatever.
This may come back to haunt them in 10 years.
No, it's not. Stop it.
Not from me. I mean,
So
it's not a threat.
like on my Twitter, I asked for research purposes. I asked people to tell me why they love watching Hallmark movies.
Okay.
So I'm gonna read to you. I had I think like 3 people comment. So it was in an army. It was 3 ladies.
Hey, 3 is a party.
3 awesome ladies that sent me their why. Okay. So I have, and I'm sorry if I like mispronounce their names and stuff. I'm Hispanic and I have a really, really like
what does Hispanic have to do
accent.
with anything?
Because of my accent, like I don't.
What accent? You have an accent?
All right, so I think it's Joanne Williams, and she said, listen carefully, okay? She said.
Yeah, listen carefully, guys. Pay attention.
She said, I love Hallmark.
Speaking to the mic.
Because the stories are all happy at the end. I don't want to watch if someone dies at the end. Which is true. Because we don't want that kind of negativity of people killing themselves. Or killing other people. Because in Hallmark movies, nobody kills anyone. Right?
They're happy at the end for who?
But is there any killing? Is there killing in the movies?
No.
No. There you go.
I agree. That's the good part. That there's
All
no.
right.
But they're happy at the end for who? This is why.
For the happy couple.
No. What happy couple? We're not talking about all the. It's the ones that involve the cheating part.
So I have.
They're happy at the end for the cheater.
I have Nikki Bush. I think that's how you pronounce her last name. And she says, I like watching a romance novel come to life. Positive and upbeat movies are the perfect escape from so much anger, so much against or anger, I think, in the world.
Yeah, I agree to that.
See?
Not the cheating part one.
Stop saying the cheating part. Let's get over that part. We established that, yes, that's wrong.
Okay.
Okay. Now I have, I think,
like
is that Tootie?
Who's Tootie?
Tootie J?
Tutti Frutti? I guess.
Okay, she said, I love Hallmark movies, especially holiday movies. It's my happy place to be, and I can relax, have a warm mug of hot cocoa with marshmallows, a big bowl of Chicago mixed popcorn, my favorite candy, and get cozy in the bed.
Yeah. That's what you like enjoying.
That's exactly
That's what you like the fall, because
like,
you like cuddling and stuff.
But just in the fall. Like, that's my whole thing.
In the summer she kicks me off the bed because it's too hot.
I like watching them because of, like, the warm and fuzzy feeling it gives you.
Yeah.
Like Santa movies or seeing... This is one of the reasons why I wanted to start a tradition in our home of opening presents on Christmas morning. Because I feel like it's so much better. Instead of like how we Hispanics grew up of like midnight.
Opening my midnight.
Yeah, midnight, opening your presents and then staying up till 2, 3 in the morning because you want to play so much with them. But you're so exhausted.
Well, now us staying up with our kids, waiting for them to go to sleep so we can go to sleep.
Exactly. So like when I started watching these movies,
so you
I was
wanted
like,
to
I was like, well, it doesn't make sense. Why don't we just wait a little bit longer till the morning, get rest, and then celebrate Christmas on actual Christmas Day and have them open their presents Christmas morning?
Or are you just secretly just wanting to rest?
What? What?
Are you secretly just wanting to rest?
What do you mean?
That's why you don't want to. You don't want us to open all the gifts on the 24th.
Yeah, because I'm super tired.
So it is because of that.
No, and because it's better in the morning. Like, it's daylight. The kids are like, in their PJs. If you watch these Hallmark movies, like the Christmas movies, everybody celebrates the next day.
Okay.
Which Christmas Day. And it's like it's like a beautiful thing where you're celebrating Jesus' birthday on his actual birthday, not the night before, like we're used to.
So we're celebrating Whitexican Christmas.
It has nothing to do with that, babe.
Or you just label Mexicans as opening.
Well, I'm saying like
Hispanics,
ours. That's because
like
that's
us
how
personally,
you. Yeah, like that's how you grow up too, right? Because that's what we do now.
Yeah, it was fun. Why are you taking that away from me?
I'm not. We still do it. We still do it at your mom's.
How do we go from from Hallmark to Christmas?
Because that's why I watch them. I like seeing white Christmases. I love seeing like in the movies, like there's so much snow that we don't get here.
Okay.
And all the decorations, like in the Christmas movies, there's communities that everybody decorates for Christmas.
Those are the
That's
good parts.
what I love to see. Like that's why I watch them.
But behind closed doors is a cheat.
Oh my God. Stop. Because there's movies that you watch that happens too.
Yeah, but
and you
don't know,
get like fired up about it.
Because you go, I guess when I go with a certain expectation of a movie. You know what I mean?
No.
Like you just told me, why do you like watching Hallmark movies?
Mm-hmm.
It's the romance part, the Christmas part, and all that stuff. So I go with expectation with seeing that.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
Like when we went to go watch Joker, I expected for it to be dark.
Yeah, because of all the reviews, because of everything that you had already heard about it. Because you do, like, when you want to watch a movie, you get addicted to knowing why the story, or, you see the trailer and stuff. Exactly. So when you're watching a Hallmark movie with me, you don't do any of that.
No, but
like you don't watch the trailer. You're not like, okay,
no
what?
Trailers.
There is trailers.
¿Dónde?
You just don't watch them.
¿Dónde? ¿Cuándo salen? ¿Cuándo salen los ahorita?
You just don't watch them. Like, you are just there to be with me.
Yeah.
But instead of like being there with me enjoying the movie, you're there criticizing the movie.
Not all of them.
You're sitting there and you're like, look at this. What is going on? La la. Like, shush. Like, let me watch the movie.
¿Cuándo?
When you don't like something.
What is that something I don't like?
And then when it's...
What is that something I don't like?
Yes, I understand, babe. But there's like, okay, like when we're watching one of your movies, like I'm not sitting there and I'm like messing up the whole movie for you.
Okay.
Do you understand what I'm saying? Like you just dislike Hallmark movies because of what you've seen, but you haven't seen enough of the movies.
At least not the good ones.
You haven't seen enough of the good ones because you've only seen a handful of Hallmark movies.
But yeah, the ones that I watch with you.
Exactly. But I see like a bunch more without you.
I know.
So you're only going based on the ones that you've seen that you don't like.
But I'm not labeling all Hallmark movies as being bad.
You kind of were.
I'm labeling all most.
Was he not? Everybody, just comment below.
I'm labeling mostly all of them.
Mostly, and that's not true.
See, this is a learning experience for me. I'm learning from you, babe. Why laughing?
Okay.
I'm learning from you. See? I'm learning why you like watching Hallmark movies. The good side that you see. But I still don't agree with the cheating part.
And I'm saying that too. Like, I don't agree with it either. There was times when I saw movies and I was like, wait a minute, like Hallmark's supposed to be like
Faithfulness and love
yeah, yeah,
and loyalty.
and there is those movies that I'm like, I know, like I shouldn't be watching this, but I just watch them because of the whole Christmassy vibe and the whole.
Just
like,
remembered we watched that sleeping movie one twice.
Mm-hmm.
That's why it's fresh in my memory.
No, I don't know what else to tell you.
I love you too.
Me too, and I just want to tell you that I'm gonna continue to watch Hallmark movies and Lifetime movies and Freeform movies about Christmas. Because
And I'm just going to tell you, I'm going to continue to watch them with you. Except for the cheating ones.
we're gonna watch those too. I'm gonna put those exactly once.
I'm going to continue to rage over them.
I don't think lately I've seen any of those since that one that we watched, which was not a Hallmark movie.
What was it?
I think it was a Freeform movie.
I think it was Lifetime.
No, it wasn't Lifetime. No. Nope. For sure it wasn't Lifetime. Or Hallmark.
Mm-hmm.
Anything else you want to say?
I love you. I'm sorry for ruining your Hallmark movies.
You don't. I still love them.
They ruined themselves for cheating.
Are you done? Do you feel better?
Yes.
I just want to know if you feel better.
Yeah. It's not like I was holding a grudge against Hallmark movies.
Because you were getting pretty.
Thank you.
You were getting heated. Like you could tell. Like your veins were popping out.
yeah. My forehead vein. Okay.
That's mine. But they were like, when you watch this video, you're gonna be like, oh, like I was getting pretty mad. I just want to know if you feel better.
Yeah.
That's why we decided to do this episode, just for you to rant about my movies.
Not all of them.
But then I'm gonna come up with a list of the movies that we've seen because you want to watch them. That are horrible movies to watch.
Which one? Name me one right now.
All of them. All your dark movies.
You mean the scary ones?
And dark movies. Like the one about that guy with the multiple personalities or whatever.
Split?
Yeah, that one was horrible. Like, why would we watch that?
Okay, what is that?
Why? Exactly.
For the entertainment of it.
Did you put yourself in his shoes?
No.
Exactly. Because it could happen to you.
I know.
Exactly.
I put myself in the ghost shoes.
Hi, babe. You can never.
Never what?
Now I'm getting heated.
About what? I can never what?
Like you always.
Like I told you, when I go watch a movie, I go with a certain expectation based on the trailer and all that stuff. Mm-hmm. So that's why. So whenever I go see like Split, I go, okay, well, this happened, this happened. It's a movie.
It's just a movie.
Yeah.
But
I never see Hallmark trailers. I'm pretty sure if I did, and I still saw the cheating part, I'll be like, what heck?
But see, like the difference is that when I watched Split, what did I tell you?
You got scared.
I hated it.
Yeah.
Why?
Because you put yourself in the woman's
shoes. Because I put myself in, and that's a reason why it takes me a long time for me to say yes to a movie that you want to watch. That I know that it's gonna affect me mentally. Like if I know it's gonna affect me mentally, like why would I want to watch it? So it takes me time.
Okay.
Like Demon House.
That took both of us.
Exactly. Like it takes time.
And we didn't watch it until you wanted to watch it.
Exactly. Because I need to prepare myself mentally because I know it'll affect me.
Okay.
Because then I start having nightmares about this stuff.
The same way Hallmark cheating movies affect you.
How do they affect you? Like, you could sleep like a baby.
I can sleep, but they still like trigger me.
Trigger you, but they don't affect you in any way.
That is how they
No,
affect
like you can still sleep. I'm saying the
Oh,
movies
pues
that
sí,
I
'cause
watch
it's-
with you, like I can't sleep after them.
me.
I start having nightmares and stuff.
Babe, I think you just overthink whatever is going on in the movie.
Yeah.
And you can't do
Thank you guys so much.
that. ¿Verdad? Now the tables have turned.
Can I have some water, please? I need
You
it.
say you didn't want water.
I'm your wife.
Okay.
Keep talking.
How the tables have turned, huh?
No.
Now we're getting into that. But let us know what you guys think about Hallmark. We want to hear your opinions. You already heard ours. You already heard mine. I'm not labeling all of them as bad. Only the ones that involve a couple that is in a relationship, splitting up, and then one of them go to wherever. Because those. The ones that involved not loyalty, unfaithfulness.
Well, let us know
cheating.
what you think. If you've watched a lot of Hallmark movies or not. Thank you so much to Greg, because I've seen that he's like very constant on like commenting in our podcast episodes and stuff and giving us feedback no matter what it is. So thanks a lot, Greg, for listening or watching. And yeah, guys, follow us on our Instagram, on our Facebook page at firelanepodcast. You can follow me on Twitter. It's @Brie_Rico. And anything else?
Like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Like this video. And that's pretty much it.
And he feels better, so thank you guys.
Yeah, feel more calm.
Talk to you soon. Bye.
Bye.